Hello everybody, this is Elena Spicer and I'm here with another video for you. So I have these few things that I pulled. So the last video you saw me create the page on the left where I said I couldn't sleep at night and I was having a hard time that day coming to work, and so I decided to treat myself to a Starbucks coffee and breakfast on the way to work. I'm just going, there's a grease spot here and I'm not sure really how to deal with them, but I thought maybe I'll just cover it up with some tape to kind of keep it inside. Hopefully it won't seep through. And it's been already a day or since I've gotten food in the bag, so I think it's probably okay by now, but yes, this is the page I'm making right now, is just documenting that breakfast I got at Starbucks. I realized that on my previous page that maybe instead of covering this up with a paper, I could have written something on the white of the wrapper from Swiss Miss chocolate mix that I had at night, but I didn't do it, but just for the future, because usually I do like to make even if a few short notes, so we'll see. I'll try to remember next time to do it. But I'm just going to adhere this to the entire background. I think this is the first time I'm really doing it. I've saved bags before, but I haven't really used them for the entire background. I really like the noise, this crunchy noise it makes. And then I am going to also add this scrap of scrapbooking paper. Was thinking about adding it on the bottom, just to kind of bring that dark color from the opposite page to connect the two pages together. Even though they don't have to connect, but if there is an opportunity, why not connect them a little bit? So I'm going to put this in the right corner here, like so, and we still have some of the paper, the wrapper sticking out. And then I saved my sleeve from the coffee, and I washed it on the inside, rinsed it really well, and then I unrolled this top part of it, the lip of the cup. I unrolled it to make it a little bit flatter. And then I also learned this trick. It didn't really work very well for this one, but it worked some. The trick where if you want to flatten something a little bit more, you can run it through like a manual die cutting machine. Like I have a Big Shot, Sizzix Big Shot, and then it will keep it a little bit more flat. I'm not super concerned about it being flat, but I'm just thinking for the future. I think this journal has quite a few pages, so I don't know, I'm maybe a little bit worried about it bulking up, but not too much. And then I also grabbed a business card when I was at my local coffee shop or local Starbucks, so I was thinking about attaching it here as well. So just I definitely collect quite a bit of ephemera for this one. Feels like I think I might get here a little bit of chestnut here. Okay, so here's that. And I was thinking of maybe stapling the label. Let me think about this a little bit as I keep going. So then I also have a photo. I took a photo in the shop, and I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to attach it, because this lip part is where I wanted to go over that, but it just keeps protruding quite significantly. Still is pretty raised up, so I don't know if I'll try maybe adding a little bit more glue and holding it more, just this side right here. But if my photo is like raised up, that's okay too. That would work. Wouldn't be too bad. Yeah, if it's just something like this right over it. And then if it kind of sticks up and doesn't want to stay, I can always staple it on as well. I have no idea if this glue is considered to be archival or not. So I'm not sure how this. Again, I do want my journals to last a while, so I can enjoy them later. When I'm older, and it would be so much fun to see this. So I think that maybe this would work. It would be okay this way. Once it completely stuck to the paper. Got some glue, but it seems to be coming off okay from the glossy surface. It's going to be okay. So I have that. Yeah, the only thing about this glue, it is quite messy sometimes. Okay, so this is what I have so far. I'm just not sure about these things. I'm gonna try and use them. But I try to read online how you can preserve these, and there's really no, like, you know, useful information that would be useful for us junk journalers that I personally found. But it just says that you have to keep your, you know, receipts like this, which this probably works the same way as the receipt. Just trying to decide where I place it. That you have to keep them in a cool, dry place, in the dark, and in that case they will last 5 to 7 years. And so I don't know, that's not quite enough. I would love for them to last much longer than that, but I'm not sure if this is just going overboard a little bit with all of them, but I'll just keep it on. So I don't know what will happen later. I don't know if they will be just white pieces of paper. Will they be coming off the page? So I'm just gonna put some glue here to reinforce them better. But yeah, if you have done, you know, if you have put some in your journal a while back, please let me know how it looks now. If you have checked on that journal just to see how it looks after some time has gone by. Can you still see it, or is it just like white? Just white at this point. So I guess my cup got covered up significantly. I don't know. Well, don't know if I like that, but now it's too late, so maybe next time I'll do something different. Okay, and then I also have some stickers that are coffee themed, so I thought I would use them here as well. So maybe I'll put one here, so when if my labels, if these labels fade eventually, then maybe this part will stay. Maybe another one right here. Looks good, I think. Yeah, so I'm curious. Tell me if you know how to preserve the receipts like this, or just labels like this with thermal printing on them. I do know that you can make copies of them, obviously preserve them digitally, or you can make copies of them, or take a photo with your cell phone and then print it that way. So I know it would work. I just like in another way, but it just will change and it won't be quite, you know, as authentic as an authentic label like this. So usually I use Tim Holtz Tiny Attacher, but I think I want larger labels, or not labels, staples for this one. Don't know why, just how I feel right now. And then maybe I'll staple this because they seem to be coming off. And I like that they're like not all even and kind of getting scrunched up, but see, there's already something here. So I don't know what I did, if I rubbed it too hard or, but now there's already some discoloration here. Did I get some glue on it maybe? Maybe one more staple. I don't know, sometimes I like the look of staples and other times I don't. But today it feels like putting some staples, and since I did 4, usually I like to do uneven number, so I added another one. So now I have 5 total. I like that better. I also have this washi tape that also has some Starbucks on it. Maybe I will add a piece somewhere. I just want to pick one that has hot chocolate on, or not chocolate, hot coffee on it too, since this is hot coffee. Let's see if I can peel it off. I want to be able to see it. Yeah, if we do it on a white background, one of the cups, the one that has hot coffee in it. And then I'll save this for another project. And then I do want to stamp the date, and it was again the same Friday. So let's do that. And I'll put the date right here. And I think I'm done with this page. Maybe I'll just do a little bit of writing. Maybe right here just to fill up the space, but I want to see which pen I want to use. Let's see, maybe this one or this one. I think I'm just going to write Friday treat. Nothing too big, but it fills up the space and it kind of again gives me a little memory. Thank you very much for watching. This is how this page turned out. And again, if you do have any tips for preserving these thermal printed receipts and labels, please let me know. I will see you in my next video. Bye.